huge waves are beginning to batter the southern coast of the UK, as forecasters warn exposed areas could see a fresh round of flooding. Waves of up to 27 feet, 8 meters, have been recorded off Land's End, Cornwall. In Aberystwyth, seafront student flats have been evacuated, and across the UK dozens of flood warnings, including one severe, remain in place. Travel by road and rail is being hit, causing disruption for many returning to work after the Christmas break. Western and southern areas are bearing the brunt of the latest severe weather, and the flooding could be worse than that seen in recent days. Environment Secretary Owen Paterson is chairing a Cobra emergency meeting to ensure agencies are ready to respond, and will make a statement to the Commons later on the impact of the bad weather. He again defended spending on flood defences, following criticism over the weekend, saying the government was spending more than ever before. The latest travel disruption includes damage to railway lines caused by recent high winds and heavy rain is affecting Arriva Trains Wales services in many parts of Wales. First Great Western is advising passengers to Cornwall, Devon, Somerset, Dorset or Hampshire to leave as early as possible because of potential flooding. Buses are replacing trains on Northern Rail services between Carlisle and Barrow-in-Furness, with disruption expected to last up to a week. Highland Line services on the Isle of Wight are suspended until further notice because of severe flooding in the Ryde area. A recent landslip caused by poor weather means buses are replacing southern trains between Horsham and Dorking major roads in areas including North Ayrshire, Pembrokeshire, Merseyside, West Sussex, Kent, Gloucestershire, Cambridgeshire, Wiltshire, Berkshire, Somerset and Devon are closed because of flooding. Around the UK, the search for Harry Martin, 18, missing since going out to take pictures of stormy seas in Devon on Thursday, is continuing. A woman and her dog stranded on the Somerset levels for 13 days have been rescued by boat. A house is on fire on the Isle of Anglesey, North Wales, after being struck by lightning. West Sussex Beach has been cordoned off after strong tides damaged recently completed sea defences. Police have issued a flood warning for parts of Belfast and the Ards Peninsula. A school in Doncaster has reopened following work to repair a roof torn off by strong winds. Lethal waves. BBC forecaster John Hammond said exposed places around southern and western coasts were expected to see colossal waves, adding they will be absolutely lethal if you get in the way of them. The Met Office issued a warning of gusts of up to 70 miles per hour for Britain's west coast and the east coast of Northern Ireland on Monday. It said that huge waves were being caused by a large, deep depression in the Atlantic which was whipping waves up out at sea, and these were hitting the coast. As a large swell, wave heights of 7 to 10 meters in parts of western Scotland, Wales and southwest England, and 3 to 7 meters in much of the English Channel and Irish Sea, could be generated, said the Met Office. The public should be aware of the dangers of waves crashing onshore and overtopping shorelines and seafronts, it said, as well as the severe flood warning, indicating danger to life and property, for the Lower and Dorset. About 100 flood warnings, meaning flooding is expected and immediate action is required, are in place in England and Wales. About 220 flood alerts, meaning flooding is possible, be prepared, are also in place. Residents in Dorset and Oxfordshire, already inundated by high waters, are again being urged by the Environment Agency to prepare for significant flooding on the Thames, Dorsetshire and Frome. Flooding is also continuing on the Somerset levels, a coastal plain in central Somerset, while rivers in southern England, including the Severn, remain at very high risk of flooding. The village of Marchelney, on the Somerset levels, has been cut off for about 4 days. Residents David and Tracy Bradley said they were making daily trips in their canoe to fetch essential supplies. It's pretty desolate really, especially for the elderly and the children, said Mrs. Bradley. In Scotland, 17 flood warnings are in place, along with a further 15 flood alerts. The Met Office has issued a yellow warning of winds for Northern Ireland,